City tries to fine me for not mowing my lawn, so I threatened the city with a fine for not mowing theirs. I got this letter on a Tuesday with an official city seal. My lawn violated city code because the grass was over 6 inches and I had 7 days to fix it, or they'd send a contractor and bill me $200. My lawn wasn't even bad. It needed a cut, but I'd been pulling 60-hour weeks at the warehouse, and it rained for 10 days straight, so everything shot up fast. $200 for maybe 20 minutes of work. I called the number and got some woman at code enforcement who just repeated what the letter said. I asked if the rain mattered, and she said no. I asked if being busy mattered, and she said no. 7 days, or the contractor comes out. I mowed that weekend because $200 would have wrecked my budget. Took 30 minutes. But I was mad enough that I started wondering where my property actually ended. I bought the place 3 years back and just assumed my yard went to the curb like everyone else's. I dug out my property survey from the closing paperwork, pulled up the plat map online. My property line stopped 15 feet before the curb. There was this whole strip of land I'd been mowing for 3 years that wasn't even mine. I went out with a tape measure to be sure. 15 feet from my line to the street, 50 feet wide. 750 square feet of city property I'd been maintaining for free while they threatened to fine me for my own grass being tall. So I stopped mowing it. Just that section. I cut my actual property right to the line and left their strip alone. 2 weeks later, it looked awful. Grass almost 9 inches with dandelions taking over. I got another letter. Same violation notice. Same 7-day warning. This time I copied their exact letter format. Changed the address to the Department of Public Works. Said the city-owned strip at my address violated code with grass over 6 inches. Gave them 7 days to fix it or I'd hire someone and bill them $200. I printed it on decent paper because I wanted them to take it seriously. Sent it certified mail for $8, so someone had to sign. I figured if they were going to be technical about property maintenance, then so was I. 4 days later, some guy named Ron from Public Works called. He sounded annoyed. Said I couldn't issue violation notices because I didn't own that strip. I told him that was exactly my point. I didn't own it, so I stopped mowing it, and now they needed to maintain their own property. He said homeowners mow that strip as a courtesy. I said courtesy wasn't in the city code, and if they wanted to fine me $200 for my grass, then I'd absolutely hold them to their own standard. Long pause. Then he said he'd look into it. I reminded him he had 3 days before I sent someone out with a bill. He hung up without saying goodbye. 2 days later, I got home from my shift, and the strip was freshly cut. Just mine. The grass in front of other houses down the block was still tall, but that 15-foot section was perfect. No invoice, no follow-up letter, just handled. Never got another violation notice after that. For the next 4 years I lived there, the city mowed that strip every couple weeks in summer. When work got crazy, I paid the kid next door $50 to mow my actual lawn, and told him specifically not to touch the strip by the curb. He asked why, and I said it wasn't my property. He shrugged and took the money. When I finally sold the house, I didn't mention any of it to the buyers. They'd either figure it out or keep mowing it themselves. Either way, the city learned not to mess with me over a patch of grass, and I got free lawn service for 4 years because they tried to shake me down with some bullshit fine.